What's up, people? I'm here again with another story for you. And I'm wearing a pink t-shirt. This is my Perfume t-shirt. You can't see, but it says, what does it say? Perfume 6th Tour 2016 Cosmic Explorer. And there's stuff on the back, but you can't see that either. Anyway, it's awesome because I bought it in Japan at a concert and it actually fits. That doesn't happen like ever, pretty much. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. But I wanted to talk about the Perfume concert tonight and how my experience was. I'm not a big concert guy, unless it's a band that I absolutely love. In my case, that would be Ben Folds and Muse, pretty much. I mean, yeah, some other ones, but I've been to some concerts in the past, whatever. It's hard for me to understand how people get so worked up and so excited when they see or are at a concert. Like, I get that it's exciting, but for me, and I'm an excitable person, I guess, maybe, but when it comes to a concert, I want to sit there and enjoy it, take it all in, listen to the music, watch, and just see, like, how they do it, live. Watch their hands on the guitar and the piano, and watch their lips move as they sing, and hear their voices modulate, and hear the difference between the live version and what I've been listening to on CD or MP3 or whatever. But when people around me are like, ah! Like, I don't get it, I don't understand it. I just can't get into that, and even with a band that I really love, I just don't get it. So I guess that's a disclaimer, really. But anyway, because Perfume, it's three girls, women. I think they're 28 now ish. They've been doing this since around 2000, right? They've become quite popular in the last decade-ish. And it's the three of them, and they sing and they dance, and it's pretty amazing. They're in high heels the whole time, I think, tonight they were anyway. And they do costume changes a few times. And just really well-produced, high production value, really big deal. Tonight there were 35,000 people. I saw it at the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. We were pretty high up, but we still had a pretty decent view, I would say. My impression of the overall performance was great. I'm not 100% convinced that they were actually singing the whole time. I mean, like, with mics and everything, you know what I mean? Like, were they doing a Milli Vanilli? I don't know. My wife says that she's sure that they were actually singing, and probably they were, right? Because that's what they're supposed to be doing. But it was so tight, you know what I mean? And I get that it's basically karaoke with dancing. But I mean, that's the product that they are putting out there, and that's what people go to see. So it's not really a complaint. Like, you know what you're getting. I obviously prefer, I don't know, obviously I prefer just to have, like, the whole thing, everything be live. But whatever. I mean, it's pretty amazing for what it is. And I have to say that the three of them, I can't remember. Okay, it's A-chan, her name is Ayaka, and Nochi, her name is Ayano. And the other one, her name is Yuka, but I want to say it's maybe something Yuka. Anyway, they do such a good job of trying to connect, with the audience. It feels very Japanese, and that they make a really big deal about saying, look, we're only here because of you. Thank you so much. And they bow for the longest time, and it's really good. The feeling is really good. So as far as that goes, very high marks, I would say. And I like the music. I don't love it. You know what I mean? Some of the songs get stuck in your head, like Chocoreito Disco, Chocoreito Disco. I have no idea what the moves are or whatever, because they're all like, I don't know. No clue. I'm not that guy. But Chocoreito Disco. Anyway, and they did sing that tonight, which was cool, because that's the song that I've heard the most. It was fun, and I went because my wife wanted to go, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. Like, it's not nearly as painful as Disneyland, and I went there, so I had fun. But I want to tell you the story, like, kind of from beginning to end, right? So we get there, and we get to our seats, and yeah, I mean, they're not great seats, but they're good enough, you know what I mean? I can see well enough, and they put there's video of everything too, so that's cool. And we get settled, and our seats are super semi, in Japanese, narrow. So I mean, I can fit in the seat and everything, but it's just like, and my knees are almost touching the seat in front of me. But, you know, it's like 3 hours of my life. It's not that big of a deal. But the cool thing is, my wife is on my right, and on my left, the chair is empty. But the next chair, a seat, whatever, is it's occupied. There's someone there. So, you know, there's a chance no one's gonna come because it's just one person, right? So I'm like, sweet. And I realize that. And the thing is, too, I wanna, you know, make the best of it and try to get into it as much as I can for my wife's sake. Because if she sees that I'm having fun, then she's gonna have more fun. If she feels like I'm sort of fine tolerating it, it's not gonna be as much fun for her at all. So they get people involved, right? Like they'll be like, okay, do what we're doing, like that, whatever. And they're like known for that. And so I'm trying to make the best of it, and I figure, well, if I've got a little room to move, that's going to be good. And so that's good. And the lights are not going down yet. They're about to, and then, hey, guess what? Somebody comes. But hey, I mean, that's normal, right? You're going to be next to somebody. Everybody's friendly. It's no big deal. And there are some other seats over here, so I think, well, maybe she's going there. So I stand up so there's room for her to pass. And then she stops, and this person is going to sit here. And I'm disappointed, but I'm sure that I didn't show that because I'm kind of half expecting it. So I said, oh, I'm speaking Japanese, obviously. This is Japan. And I say, hey, oh, okay, cool. You're sitting here. All right, sorry. And she just ignores me completely. And it's not because she couldn't hear me. I don't know why, but she's just like, nothing. So first impression, not good. So, but you know, maybe there's something, maybe she was thinking about something and just, I don't know, whatever. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I really do. So, yeah, the thing gets started and they do, I guess, 3 songs. And then they talk for quite a long time, like I would say 5 minutes, you know, introducing the tour and talking about the last time they're here and how things, you know, they weren't planning to do a show at the Kyocera Dome, but then they did because, you know, people wanted it and blah, blah, blah. And I don't remember if it was at that point or later when they talked again, but they actually made a point of saying, okay, and, you know, just be conscientious of the people around you, know, the person next to you, give them a greeting and say, hey, what's up? You know, I'm the kind of person who likes to move around a lot. Sorry, whatever. Just a friendly atmosphere. So I give them high marks for that because they're trying to make sure that everybody's comfortable. And, you know, because some people are like really getting into it because that's the kind of band they are, or band. It's not, I guess you'd call it a band group. And so I thought that's really cool. And I'm already getting sick of this person after 3 songs, you know, because she's just like, and like every chance she gets, she's up, like she's got a towel around her neck and she's like yanking on it. Like, I'm just like, okay, first of all, hello, I'm here, you know. Her elbows are flailing around. I was like, seriously, like, I'm saying like a lot. I'm from the valley, I guess. I don't know. It was so irritating. And on top of it, it's a female, and, you know, I can't, I don't know. I mean, it probably would have been worse if it was a guy, because then it's just like there's the whole macho bullshit thing happening. But I'm trying to just, I'm hoping that she'll realize that she's being, you know, she's excited because it's her band, and she's just, like, tuning me out way too much, and probably the person on her left as well. Oh, this person on my left, from now on, I'm going to refer to her as Lefty, just for the sake of this. So that tells you where we're going here, I guess. But Lefty, yeah. Seriously, she's doing this whole thing, and, like, her hands are waving in front of my face. I'm like, okay, enough. And then a few times during the thing, there's like little shows and breaks for the girls, the group. And when we sit down, you know, she's sitting with her arms like that. And I mean, not only is she taking up the shared armrest, you know, but her elbow is poking me in the ribs. I mean, like, I'm a big guy, but I'm only taking up my own space, and I'm okay to just do this. But seriously, she's just, okay. And on top of everything else, her armpit stinks. I don't know about her left armpit, but her right armpit stinks. Presumably her left as well. I don't know. And so I'm just like, okay, wear deodorant when you go to a concert, and don't, you know, jab the person next to you and wave your hands in front of their face. Come on, man. If you want to move around like that, don't sit in these, I don't know. But then I thought, well, maybe she comes alone because this is the way she behaves, or maybe she can only come alone because this is the kind of person she is. I don't know. And so I'm trying to enjoy the concert, and I'm trying not to, you know, be a downer for my wife. I want her to have fun, and for that to happen, I can't just be like, oh my gosh, this woman left me. She's like 30 years old, okay? So it's not like she's, I don't know. Anyway, this just went on, and I forgot what I even wanted to say about it, but it was an ongoing thing. Oh, at some point, she just jabbed me or whatever, and to try to keep it polite, I apologized. I said, oh, sumimasen, and nothing. And this was, again, she would have heard me because there was no music happening at the time. It was like during a intermission or interlude or whatever. I don't know. I'm like, oh, sorry. And she's like, nothing, right? I'm pretty sure she wasn't deaf because she's at a music concert. Now, fair enough. Maybe she was deaf. Maybe she's just there to watch the movements. But she was laughing when people said stuff. You know what I mean? Like when the announcer joked at the end of it about, oh, well, since you're going to be sitting here for a while, I'll tell you the weather forecast. Oh, ha, ha. And she's like, oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. And there weren't subtitles. So you know what? She could hear. Perfume was really cool. I don't ever want to go again because for me too, like, I'm not really that into it to begin with. It's just the whole going to concerts. But once is fun because you get to experience it. Like I went to Lady Gaga 4 years ago or 2, I don't know, with my wife. And I really enjoyed that because you're just like, this is a Lady Gaga concert. And that's a big deal because she's sort of like the Madonna of now. And the production was nuts. I mean, they had like a castle and it was moving around, and she was up on the second floor of it, and she changed costumes so many times. She did a song where she's like riding a motorcycle and she's playing the piano, and it was nuts. And I'm pretty sure she wore the meat dress. It was crazy. Lady Gaga music for me, it's okay. You know what I mean? But it's the performance, right? And so as far as that goes, I thought Perfume was pretty cool. I don't think they can compare to Lady Gaga, but at the same time, to be able to dance like that and do everything in sync, and then have those high heels and everything, and the way that they demonstrated to me that they care about their fans. I was impressed with that. But I want this fan to not suck, basically. And I feel like there's more I was going to say, but I guess I kind of got it all off my chest. Oh, well, like I said, I was trying not to let my wife realize how irritated I was the whole time. And I had actually snuck in a couple cans of this. And I just got to a point where, okay, well, focus on the positives. I can just sit here and enjoy this. So I sat down. Right. The thing is, even when we're standing, I'm back against my chair like this because she's flailing her arms around and her elbows and stuff. And I want to let my wife be able to kind of get into it. It's fine if she crosses into my zone because it's our shared zone. That's okay. But she's just, oh. So between the two of them, I'm like, hey, all right, this is great. I'm going to sit down. And I was still able to enjoy, you know, the music and the performance, but man, the whole time, just the passive-aggressive me. What can I do to make her realize how much she sucks? You know, but I've already talked to her twice, and she's ignored me. The band themselves, the group, has actually said, you know, be aware, be polite to the person next to you. Nothing's happening. And when they said that, I thought about saying, yeah, good idea, you know, in Japanese. But at that point, it was still early, and I thought, well, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt because, you know, I don't want to come off like a jerk. And plus, maybe she really doesn't have any friends, and maybe this is her, like, one of the few ways that she can really have a good time, and I don't want to spoil it for her, you know what I mean? Like, as much as she's irritating me, this is a really big deal for her, clearly, because she's like, ah! She's got the perfume towel and everything. I want her to have fun. I want her to get her money's worth and enjoy it and have a good memory. But at the same time, I want her to just, like, clue in to the fact that she's, like, elbowing me and waving her hands in front of my... I don't know. So I guess a couple questions I have. Maybe, I guess this is the end of the video, close to it. One, Perfume did a world tour, or they're coming back, I guess, from a world tour. So if anybody saw that, and Perfume will be in the title of the video, so there's a chance that somebody who doesn't usually watch will watch. Do they speak English at any point? I mean, do they say, hey, thank you for coming out or whatever? Because they speak Japanese the whole time, obviously, in Japan. I'm curious about that. And the second thing is, in a concert or in a similar situation, I guess even an airplane, right? If you have a person like this, How have you handled it in the past? I would like to hear about that. Like, put it in the comments. I want to know. Because, man, yeah, passive aggressive a little bit. So I made it to the end. I was like, ugh. It was hard. But I don't know. I think at my core, I'm a pretty nice guy. And I just, as much as she was irritating me, like, big time, I also didn't want to ruin the experience for her by saying, hey, excuse me, biatch! You know what I mean? And same if it's a guy, you know? I mean, a little different, I suppose, but whatever. So anyway, the whole time I'm thinking I'm enduring this and nobody around me is noticing, and I'm just like, oh, it just makes it worse, right? But after it's all over, we're walking and I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, look, I had a great time. I thought that the group was super awesome and blah, blah, blah. I'm glad I had this experience. Thank you for, you know, making it happen and stuff. So now is it okay if I talk about the person next to me? You know, because it's not personal or anything, right? And she's like, oh, yeah, she was nuts. I was giving her, my wife is saying this, right? My wife's like, and my wife is like super shy, cute as a bunny, kind of very non-intrusive, non-conflict kind of person. And she's like, I was giving her the evil eye the whole time, and like she just didn't respond at all. I'm like, for me, it was, I felt vindicated or redeemed. I don't know, vindicated. We'll go with vindicated. English atrophy. But to hear my wife say that she was just like, oh, that blah, you know, it made me feel so much better. The fact that she knew that I went through that, and just, and she had offered to trade me places, and I was like, no, because I want her to have a good time, and she doesn't need to deal with this, because then I'll just be sitting there worrying about her. So, not that I'm like this great guy or whatever, you know what I mean? But this happened, it sucked. Don't ever be that person. The moral of the story is what? When you go to a concert, wear deodorant, okay? Just cake it on, okay? Cake it on. Cake it on. Just cake it right on your armpits there. And besides that, at least be a little bit aware of the fact that there are people around you. Yeah. But anyway, Perfume is cool. And I got this shirt, and it actually fits. And Japanese concerts, like even when Ben folds, I've been to 2 or 3 of his, but his t-shirts, they don't fit because they sell them for the Japanese sort of market. And so they only went to large, and large doesn't work out. An American XL is a little tight, but this is an American XL, and it works. I can make it work. So that was really cool. That was a bonus, and it was, you know, $30. Not too bad. So, yay, I got a t-shirt, and I've been to a Perfume concert, and I just found out that I get to work every day in November. So, I've done a lot of videos the last week or 2. Hope that everyone's enjoyed them, because I don't know how it's going to be in November, because I'm working every day. But I like my jobs, like I genuinely do. So, it's okay. It happens now and again. I'm just going on tangent after tangent. I don't know if I said everything I wanted to say. Probably not. People are, like, really getting into this stuff. You can imagine. It was fun. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. A couple things I forgot to mention, plus here's the shirt. Right? Japan, you gotta love it. When we got to the concert, there were people handing out flyers that said no jumping, and there were signs everywhere that said no jumping. And they went on to explain, if everybody jumps, then the area around the Kyocera Dome will, you know, it will vibrate, and it will cause concern, or it will be meiwaku. It will be troublesome to the people around us. So don't jump. It's like, I just thought that was so funny. I'm going to a concert, and don't jump. No jumping. Make sure you don't jump. Also, at the end, instead of saying, okay, it's over, everybody out, it was like, okay, let's file out neatly and orderly. And they announced the sections that were allowed to leave. So section C125B, I don't know how it worked out, but we just sat there and waited until our section was announced,
And we left. It was very orderly, and I was fine with it. It was cool. I just wanted the person next to me to leave, just get away from me, because I don't want to see you again. Anyway, so that's something too. It was pretty cool. Concert experience in Japan. Don't jump.